Hey Sagittarius, welcome to your April 2025 monthly reading. I hope you're doing well. We're just going to go ahead and get started here and jump straight in. Let's see here. What is going on with you for the month? Definitely a lot is happening this month. A lot of new energies happening. The sun already came into Aries. We'll be here in Aries until the 19th of April. Then it'll come into Taurus. But Neptune just came into Aries, March 30th, right? This video will be uploaded before then, but Neptune came into Aries, and that's gonna be a big deal because Neptune coming into Aries is really about to transcend the limits of who we are and who we think we are, specifically when it comes to our personality and our sense of self. And that's also gonna open up a lot of new directions because Aries is about leaping into new direction. It's the ram that leaps into new directions or leaps into a direction. All right, so that's new things happening. Let's take a look here. Let's take a look here, Sagittarius. All right. I get a lot of healing for you. Hold on, I'm gonna go deeper. Just give me a moment. Y'all know I go deep. This is what I do, so hold up. Yeah, you pull this Ace of Wands in the position of something you're unaware of that you need to be aware of here. And the Ace of Wands, it's life, right? It's the spark of something new. It's the new creative energy, the new creative power that comes through. And for you, don't cut yourself off from these new things here that are happening in your life. Let's see, Sag. I got a comment on one of the videos that I did, and somebody said it was negative, or they're like just complaining that, oh, April looks like a terrible month. And the reading wasn't even that bad. It literally was not even that bad. But I just feel, that sometimes life ain't all sunshine and rainbows. But this reads good here for you, Sag. Okay. My camera lagged. All right, let's take a look here. We'll pull your oracle cards if you're newer to my channel, and then we'll jump in to the read. You pull this Mercury retrograde. It says reinvention. Yeah, well, Mercury is in retrograde at this time. Mercury is retrograding from Aries going into Pisces. And so one thing, or actually Mercury will come into Pisces actually tomorrow, I think. Mercury retrograde. Oh, no, Venus is coming back into Pisces. But anyways, Mercury is going to be retrograde in Pisces and will be in Pisces for a little bit of this month. And won't come back into Aries until a little bit later of the month. But I think here with Mercury retrograde coming out, Mercury retrograde is going to be happening in your 4th and your 5th. So with Mercury retrograding into your 4th house, there's going to be a lot of reviewing and re-understanding things when it comes to your foundation, when it comes to your home life, personal life, also understanding and being able to understand and make sense out of something emotionally that's going on in your inner world, your inner self, right? That could be blocking you from experiencing more joy and more harmony in your life. So I think that there's going to be a lot in regards to those areas here that you could be figuring out. And then Venus being there as well, trying to really figure out what you emotionally need and create what you emotionally need, right? So that way you can feel grounded and rooted, but also that way too, like in the external world, you can have a stronger foundation, whether that's your home life or your personal life, right? These could just be personal things going on here as well. Very interesting. Let's see here. You pulled the wall card. It says obstacles here. I gotta be real. Like sometimes this isn't a bad read, but sometimes I have really good reads where I'm like, oh shit, like Libra just had a fucking amazing read. I was like, oh shit, Libra. But this read, right, is a little bit different, right? Because everybody's going through different things. But I think here, and whoever needs the message, right? So the wall, the obstacle here, you're definitely, for one, I see being able to move around obstacles, right? There's obstacles I feel in your path and in your way, Sag, but you're also able to see now how you can go about taking the steps to overcome the fucking obstacle, right? I think where the heartbreak has been, because you did pull the 3 of Swords here in your challenge, is not trying to figure out, okay, what are my next steps? right? Not being able to figure that out. He pulled this truth card here. Yeah, and Mercury does deal with the truth, because Mercury is the ability to put two things together and make sense out of something, right? So with it being in your 4th house, there's something about the inner truth, like you're trying to find clarity within inside yourself, I feel here. And I will say this, if you're seeking it externally, Sag, I think you realize, like, okay, like the answers aren't out there. And so it's almost in a way you're realizing, or will start to realize, like, oh, like I have to fucking look within myself here, because there's a lot going on in your read. So let's take a look at it. You pulled the 6 of Cups here for the overall energy, and the first thing I said when I pulled the card at the very beginning of the reading is healing, right? Because the 6 cups can be the gift of healing. It's also a gift of transformation, but it's first having to restore things, having to mend things. So like trying to restore things here. Very interesting reading here. Spiritually, I feel in this read, you're going through like you're having a big spiritual transformation in your life. And I'll show you that here in a moment. You pulled these 6 of Swords in your current energy at this time. Yeah, 6 of Swords, just getting out of turbulent waters, moving away from the problem and starting to move toward the solution. So I think that's what you're doing here. You're just moving in a better direction and you're having to move forward. I will say this though. Well, I'll come back to that. You have the 3 of Swords here in your challenge position. Trust me, I'll come back to it. You have the 3 of Swords here in your challenge position. Your advice is the 2 of Swords here. Yeah, 3 of Swords is like a harsh reality of something here. It's part of this card, the wall, the obstacle here. And something not turning out the way you expected. But I think here the 2 of Swords is about making peace, right? 2 of Swords isn't always about being on the fence. It could literally be just like making peace with something. Because the 2 of Swords, she's blindfolded for a reason. So it deals with the blindfold makes you look inward, right? To find peace, because the 2 of Swords is Moon in Libra. So the Moon deals with your emotions, your inner self. And Libra deals with peace. So it's like you're making peace with something here this month. You have the High Priestess here in the future position here, which I do like this being in your read, specifically because that 6 of Cups is your overall energy. What you're going through at this time, you can't see right now, but there is a silver lining in this. And I know that's probably not what you want to hear. But I think here with the High Priestess, it's pushing you inward to where you're about to be going through some type of deeper intrinsic transformation. It's definitely spiritual in nature. And I think with the 6 of Cups, there's a gift that does come with it. I know you may hear that all the time, like, oh, there's a gift. Oh, okay, yeah. But I think, no, it's like sometimes our greatest setbacks, the wall obstacles, can be our greatest comebacks. And I do feel like that's the case here for you, because you do have the Wheel of Fortune here in the outcome position. So the transition, the Wheel of Fortune is good positive transitions into new seasons in your life. And that right now you may be at the bottom of the wheel, but your come up is coming. Also, I will say this as well, that this may not be you. This could be someone that you're close to. Like, for instance, I don't know, maybe it's like a family member or something who's going through a 3 of Swords, right? And so you're holding space, 6 of Cups. Or you're kind of in the mix here. So let's clarify your read. Clarify the 6 of Cups here for the overall energy. Oh, what I was going to say though, with this Ace of Wands, back to what I was going to say. In the position of something you're unaware of that you need to be aware of. Yeah, Ace of Wands is just, it's telling you, it's reminding you that new things are about to begin. Like we just stepped into Aries season. Neptune's going to come into Aries, right? Or Neptune will be here in Aries. And so these are a bunch of new things that we're going to be able to identify and see and be able to initiate. So don't lose sight of the new beginnings, or don't lose sight of yeah, I would say don't lose sight of the new beginnings that could be, that are basically coming here. Clarify the Six of Cups for the overall energy. You pulled this Hierophant here. Yep. One thing I see overall that I see you learning is a lot more to do with spirituality. Six of Cups, the Hierophant. Like your spiritual beliefs. I see you really relying on your spiritual beliefs. The Hierophant deals with our beliefs and our morals and our principles, and they support us and give us faith through hard times, or they're just a guidance. They guide us through life. And the Six of Cups would be, you could be whatever it is that you're learning, or whatever it is that you're discovering is allowing for you to transcend and restore things here spiritually and emotionally in your life. Clarify the Six of Swords in your current energy. You have the Ten of Wands. Yeah, I think things have been really heavy. Right, Six of Swords, Ten of Wands is having to keep it pushing, basically. Clarify the Three of Swords in your challenge. You pulled the Fool card here. Yeah, I think your challenge, the Fool card, is all about like new beginnings and leaping into new beginnings here. Let's pull the Two of Swords as your, or let's clarify the advice. You pulled the Justice card. Yeah, the Justice card is the archetype of Libra, exactly, right? It's just the archetype of Libra. Two of Swords, Moon in Libra. So the first house deals with yourself, where the Moon is in Libra. I won't give away my secrets of how I read, right? How I figure things, how I am able to see things. But one thing I see your advice. Oh fuck it, I'll say it. But your advice here is you have to first make peace with you got to make peace with inside yourself, I feel. And also, too, that the reflection of the outside world doesn't define your identity and who you are. I feel like with this Fool card being in the challenge, the Fool card is connected to Aries, that there's a new identity. Like you're able to create and establish a new form of identity for yourself. Like you don't have to be that old person or be the same or stay in the same environment, whatever the case might be. Is like you can change, basically. But yeah, the Justice card is Libra, right? So it's very interesting because the Justice card is like a Libra, like ascendant, right? Then the Two of Swords would be Moon in Libra. So that would mean that the Moon would be in the first house if you look at it whole sign, right? So the advice would be like a Moon in Libra in the first, and what that means. Clarify the High Priestess in the future position. You have the Five of Swords here. Here's what I'll say. Your advice here, Justice card does deal with discernment. And your strongest way to navigate things is your truth. Right? You even pull the Truth card. So having to be honest and stay in alignment and be in integrity and weigh out your decisions. Two of Swords, Justice card, that's in alignment with your truth. Don't betray yourself. Three of Swords, the Fool card. And maybe you did that in the past. Right, so I feel like Spirit's wanting you to just move forward with strong discernment. Because the Justice card, it's more than, it's the field and how you influence the field, right? The law of attraction, how your thoughts and your deeds, your actions and your beliefs are shaping your reality. And it really gets shaped through our actions too, right? And so for you, it's like weighing out your decisions and weighing out your actions first before moving forward with things. But I think this High Priestess, Five of Swords in the future position here. I'm gonna pull one more. You pulled the Seven of Pentacles here. Yeah, I see you just, you know, the Five of Swords, Seven of Pentacles is when Five of Swords is wanting to win at all costs, and the Seven of Pentacles deals with wanting to accumulate and grow and be successful and define things in the material reality and gain stuff for yourself. But what I really see is that the hype, it's switching for you. It's more so like you're actually being like, you know what, fuck it, like I'm just gonna like go within and spiritually like connect to myself and work on myself. That's what I see. And I think by doing that, that's the Six of Cups for the overall energy for the month, is this gift of transformation and this deepening of faith. And also with that comes the transcendence, which is what Neptune and Aries is going to do for all of us. But Neptune being in Pisces at the last degree, 29 degrees, there's so much subconscious, unconscious, past life, dimensional shit being fucking cleared out right now, that finally when Neptune comes into Aries, it's like it's finally like a new fucking beginning. But I think maybe that Neptune and Pisces at the last degree right now could be, you know, getting to you. Or it won't be in April, right? But pretty much for the all of March it was. Clarify the Wheel of Fortune and the outcome. Pulled the King of Cups, yeah, which would be spiritual enlightenment. And also maturing and developing here when it comes to the water element. So when it comes to your emotions and how you deal with emotions, when it comes to your spirituality, when it comes to your sensitivity of things and being able to navigate life's challenges, improvise, adapt, overcome. But also the King of Cups is finding very strong love and devotion towards something as well. It could even be a cause or something that you're going to be investing into or something like that. Clarify the Ace of Wands here. You pull the Eight of Pentacles. This is in the position of something you're unaware of that you need to be aware of here. I feel like you're being encouraged here to channel your energies into your work or into some. Eight of Pentacles is about the mastering of something. It's something that you could already be doing now, or it's like a purpose you already have now, or establishing and finding a strong purpose to channel your energy into. Pull this Pluto card. It says transformation. Very interesting. I'm going to make a prediction for you. You pulled Mercury retrograde reinvention with the Pluto card, with Pluto. Mercury will aspect Pluto. Mercury will sextile Pluto on April 20th. But it'll be direct. It won't be retrograde. And I was just making notes about, you know, what each planet is doing in the aspects. And Mercury, our mind and our intellect, is going through transpersonal development, because it's going to sextile Neptune, and then it's going to, Mercury's going to conjunct Neptune, and then it's going to sextile Pluto. So those are the aspects Mercury is making for the month. Just for the month of April. So our intellect is definitely having some type of transpersonal development. Mercury conjunct Neptune would be spiritually dissolving all forms of the intellect that have been too rigid and that have been keeping our minds stuck in some mind frame or mindset that needs to be transcended. And then the sextile to Pluto would be the bringing things into a new form, right, which gives us an understanding of everything universally, to be able to act more confidently, more boldly, or to be able to just understand the bigger picture of everything. And it forms and it allows for us to understand like our relation and our place in this whole cosmic scheme, and understand our power as well, where our power lies. So I do see that happening here for you. So that's what I got for you, Sag, in your reading. I appreciate you for watching. And yeah, that is what is coming through here. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, I'm definitely here for you if you're struggling. 3 of Swords in the challenge. If you need guidance, advice, confirmation, you can also ask me any question as well with the reads. I can definitely help you out. And my readings are still on sale as well. All right. If you liked the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to do so. And I will talk to you later.